The Florida Farm Bureau is the largest statewide agriculture organization in the state of Florida. And that really, one would hope when we speak, the media would listen to us on agricultural issues. We do represent more farmers, more members in the state of Florida than any other organization. And that hopefully would also have a hook with the media. Some of the tactics we use, of course, are conventional things like news releases that we send. We send those to the media. We send them out to all of our staff, which of course would be an internal audience. Those also get posted to the website for anybody to see on our positions. Obviously, we have an ag promotion campaign that we've been doing since 2002. And that of course is for our members and for the external audiences, which might be considered the public or even elected officials and anybody that would need to hear that message. The number one suggestion I would have for them is to not be afraid to contact the media, especially when you have a good story or even when you're taking issue with something they're reporting. Be cordial about it, but also make them understand that what they're reporting is not accurate, or you may have another side to tell about the issue. Be proactive when you're contacting members of the press and build relationships with those, especially your local media. To attempt to build relationships with them to where they would contact you in the future. Another key item to keep in mind is that just because it's important to you doesn't mean that doesn't mean that the public is going to care. It's important for commodity groups and agricultural organizations to attempt to get news in the news, because fewer than 1% of Americans have any direct connection to agriculture anymore. And that really becomes a disconnect for them, and they don't understand some of the practices going on the farm, and they don't think about it very often. And so when an issue comes up, it really needs to be addressed. It's important to have the trust of the media, to build relationships with the media. It's also important to build trust and credibility with the people, all people, whether those are members of the public that are consumers or whether it is other commodity groups. It's important that they trust and believe that we're credible. The importance of credibility cannot be understated. Once you lose that, you don't have anything. It's in terms of a belief, you kind of shoot yourself in the foot if you don't have a consistent relationship, I guess, with the people that you're trying to get a message across to. The challenge is that the print media their news holes are shrinking, their time has become at such a premium that you can't just peg all of your success on more of the traditional media anymore. So much has gone online and through electronic communication that you've really got to look at all of those factors. So it has impacted the way we do our communication. Electronic newsletters and just having our members be able to contact us through email, through the website. Those things that we've really increased our use of them. The face of communication and news is changing dramatically on a daily basis. And with that in mind, obviously you can't go without a website. We do have a blog on the Florida Farm Bureau website that we don't update. We update it a few times a week usually, and it's more used to just try to get other things out there that maybe aren't getting out in a more traditional sense. In terms of getting things in the news anymore, that has changed drastically. Just because a story is not picked up by a certain newspaper doesn't mean you failed in getting your message out. We have so many other venues and other ways to get the message out.